hopefully we can get the whole field around it. Right, let's have a look at the grid. It is Hugo Sasso starts on pole position with Enrico Federer alongside Joel Mesh. Great qualifying. Rafael Renhofer, keep an eye on him, a pre-championship favourite. Hendrik Still, another favourite. Denny Burnt had a big crash in quali this morning. On row 4, Tommy Rackle with Tim Reiter for company. And on row 5 of the grid, Benjamin Silvesterson and Alon Gabay, who line up on that row 5. Gabriella Piana, long way back for him. The former champion has Tobias Bieler-Clausen for company. Lachlan Robinson and Luca Link. Great to have them on the grid again. Julian Apotolo, welcome back on row 8 with Oscar Dix from the UK. Maxi Schreier and Maxi Tarillion line up on row 9. And at the back of the pack is Andreas Jochimsen and Lawrence Ruhl. For the ADAC GT4 Germany, out onto the pit straight they come, side by side, nicely lined up. Are you ready? 5 red lights on, 5 red lights off. Towards turn 1 they come, and it's a good start from Hugo Sasso, but keep a look on Enrique Federer, who comes up alongside. He can't do anything about it. Hugo Sasso leading into the hotel turn. This is a tricky turn, turn 2. Getting all the cars around is a result in itself. It's just going wide. That's Lawrence Ruhl, who is just finding his feet in ADAC GT4 Germany. It looked like a good, clean start into turn 1, going 3 abreast. Into the left-hander. That's a brave bit of comes through as the clock ticks down, and we go to finish the first lap. And I think that might have been Denny Burnt who was going wide there. You saw the dust rising up. It have had flashbacks from this morning. The ADAC very much with the environment in mind, and I would wager it's not going to be too long before we see a fuel that is in the 90s or even 100% of reduction in the CO2 emissions. And on board, if not last year, Finn, who is going to be starting in GT Masters this year. Right now, that's the number 32 car. He had a moment in quali this morning. As we look at a replay of Luca Link, that's a driver we saw briefly last year. The championships in the ADAC roster, it's getting points finishes at every race that win championships. There's Maxi Tarillion going wheel to wheel with Lachlan Robinson. Warning has been issued to Oscar Dix. That is for turn 9, and Oscar Dix really in the wars. It's just 0.265 behind. Right, this is where the track limit violations seem to be taking place, and that is why car 32 has flashed up on my screen with a track limit warning to one Mr. M. Schreier in the junior championship, junior category of Avia WNS Motorsport, because he decimated that bollard, hasn't he? We sometimes put cameras in the bollards. Probably best that we didn't this time around. And there's debris across the track, and there is aforementioned bollard about to get it's just for good measure. He got it the next time around as well, didn't he? Wide, and there is his teammate. That's Oscar Dix, also losing a position. Andreas Jochimsen coming through. Another driver that is loitering at the back. The fastest car on the track with the hazards flashing. Going to peel off into the pit. So Joel Mesh. And there's another one that's off, and that is one of the ME Motorsport cars, and that is Tim Reiter, who's had a moment. He's out onto the gravel, so suddenly lots of drama anyway for the cars they come in. And yes, it was Luca Link, I think, who got together. And right into the pits we come. So driver out and new driver in. So the car looks very down on the corner. And the pit stops are very heavily regulated. The drivers must not leave the garage until the car is stationary. Limited number of crew allowed to work on the cars as well. So, Rafael Renhofer moves up to 3rd. Henrik Stell moves up to 4th. Gabriele Piana in, so he's handing over to Berke Besler as well. Pro Sport Racing, Aston Martin Vantage. Right, there's a car stationary at the side of the track. That looks like Luca Link to me. So, what sort of drama has occurred there? That's on the exit at turn 10. And there goes one of our cameras. So, who is that? the invoice to one Mr. B. Sylvesterson, courtesy of Car 23 FK Performance and Motorsports. Europe last year, he's going to be taking over on his debut, doing it with style as he takes out one of our cameras. Right, Car 22 has received a penalty lap, so that'll be Niels Trogo who's taken over from Andreas Jochimsen. He kept it on the track, so that was at turns 11 and 12. Little bit of a moment, so he skirted across that small piece of gravel is where he saw what could have been the race lead disappearing. J-Mo Hertling does not need any more invitation than that for that second place. Right, a little replay here, what we're looking at here, and that is the 32 car getting a little bit crossed up out of the final corner. That's Luciana Schneider. At the very least, is going to bring out a full course yellow, but this may well bring out a full safety car. Right, we are going full course yellow in less than 10 seconds. The warning has been given to the driver, so with a quarter of this race remaining, the full course yellow is out. Marcus Eichler, he says it hurts a little that I'm no longer behind the wheel myself. Yeah, I'm sure it does. And it'll hurt a little bit more to see one of his cars getting towed off the circuit. The good bit is, well, certainly for the race leader, is that a safety car doesn't look to have been required. To sort this one out, gloves are off here. So Emil Heyerdahl, Roman Feldeck, Heyerdahl going wide. That's not the quick way past the Aston Martins of GT4 Europe. You just saw him getting a little bit airborne as he picks up a bit of curb. That was a replay of the moment where he's like, grass, what grass? I don't care. Keep my foot buried on it. So there we go again. And yeah, the plumes of dust and grass cuttings are rising up into the air. How hard dare you push? What a great angle that is. Into the hotel turn, a nice tight line. Emil Heyerdahl, now he's done it. He pulls alongside. He's going to give the pinch to Roman Feldeck. I have to say, very fair driving from Emil Heyerdahl. And he will exit the next corner out onto the pit straight. In front of him, he will see the checkered flag raised high. It will be a sigh of relief for J-Mo Hertling and Enrico Forderer, because they are the first winners of ADAC GT4 Germany 2025. Across the line, next will be Emil Heyerdahl and Raphael Renhofer in the ADAC Motorsport Porsche 718 Cayman. There you go. That's what Oschersleben looks like from the sky. A memory as Stefan Stocker awards the trophies. First-time winners, both drivers on the top step of that podium. An afternoon they will remember forever. Raphael Renhofer, well, he's got a fair few trophies already. I don't know how many Emil Heyerdahl has, but that'll be one that he'll cherish in the second place. And Hugo Sasser, well, he's probably got a warehouse full of trophies, I should think. Roman Feldeck. Solid job by both of these drivers. Is uncorked, and the party will start. So the celebrations start, but not for long, because tomorrow morning it will be qualifying for race 2 of this 12-race season for ADAC GT4 Germany. And about this time tomorrow as well, we will get to do it all again. The drivers who finish 1, 2, 3 will be carrying success ballast. Your 1, 2, 3 ahead of Demi Berndt and Max Rosam. Henrik Still, Philip Goglot, good solid points ahead of Berke Besler, Gabriel Piana, Linus Harner, and Tommy Rackle in 7th.